Hello everyone, welcome back to another Yap Sesh. That's 2 this week. What do you know? It's almost like there's one of the biggest announcements in the gaming world going on. Recent Valve hardware launch. It was three new pieces of hardware, and we have the Steam controller, the new one, the Steam machine, the new one, and the Steam frame, which is Valve's new VR headset that is standalone. All great devices, but specifically I wanted to make this Yap session talking about the Steam machine. Valve is finally doing it, and Valve hasn't touched the living room PC space since for nearly a decade, since the very first Steam machine. That charming as it was, Linux wasn't there yet, and it relied on a lot of native support. Valve, obviously, with the Steam Deck, has proven that Linux has come a long way. SteamOS is one of the best ways to get into casual PC gaming. Not even casual, just PC gaming as a whole is great on SteamOS. They've finally been saying what we've all been wanting this entire time, and it was a entry-level way to get PC gaming into the mass market, like the living room, and into people's hands who otherwise were a little bit on the fence with how technical PC gaming is, especially with building your own rig and just getting into the nitty-gritty of things. And they just want to know what will run all the games on Steam in 4K on my big, nice TV. And this is finally the solution. It is the Steam machine. Like, we finally got it. What this actually is it's a 4K 60 FPS living room console style PC running SteamOS. Essentially, it's a overpowered Steam Deck without the screen. And my video I made on this 8 months ago as of recording talked all about how something like this would shake up the industry completely. But we'll get into that a little bit later because it is dependent on one very specific thing that Valve needs to get absolutely right. Let's go over who it's targeted for. Valve finally realized that there is this big gap that a lot of people are noticing. A lot of people who play on consoles and stuff, the last thing they want to worry about is, how to build a PC and what specs they need and tuning settings, and Valve is tapping into that market. It's also eating Xbox's lunch, to be quite honest. Xbox is having a bit of an identity crisis right now, and this is just a huge kick in the stomach. This, from Valve's own perspective, is supposed to be the one-size-fits-all. It'll play every game on Steam, every AAA game out right now, 4K 60 FPS. You might need to tune the settings a little bit, but they'll get to a point where this is just the thing you turn on, like a console, and it plays all your games. And they did make it very clear that this is also a PC. Obviously, you're not restricted to OS, you're not restricted to what game launchers you use. You can mod it, you could do whatever you want. This is coming out at the perfect time. The console space right now is filled with, I'm just gonna say it, it's a restrictive walled garden, and with constant increases in price, and it's not the greatest situation right now, especially with ownership. A lot of things are turning into more subscription based and digital only ownership. And now, while Steam is a digital only storefront, people forget that it is a computer. You can basically go on GOG. If you don't know, it's a separate storefront for digital games on PC. Buy all your games from there and they'll work perfectly, and you own the executable game file as is forever. And that's the advantage PC has, is that freedom. It also has modding freedom, which Nintendo hates, and it also has the benefit of just not being filled with subscription services that are needed to play online. If you own a PC, all you have to pay is your ISP for your internet. That's it. That's how it should be, though. And why Valve might be doing this now is it's just felt so natural after the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck has proved that this is possible, and actually they said in a few clips that around 15 to 20% of their Steam Deck users are playing it docked. Me included. I actually play my Steam Deck docked a lot, but this entire time I know a lot of people have been wanting a more powerful system to do this. A lot of us have 4K TVs now, and the Steam Deck just wasn't able to fulfill that in a lot of scenarios. It's great with indie games, 2D games, and lower powered last gen titles. It can upscale great, but with a lot of new gen AAA games, it can't do it. And that's a lot of complaints that people are saying, is that the Steam Deck ain't powerful enough. I can't play it. It's not like a PS5. Well, guess what? This is now the PC gaming's PS5. And I'll get to one specific thing, as I've been mentioning, that needs to be right, or else this could really fall through. Price. This is the one thing Valve needs to do absolutely correctly here. All the reviewers that have gone into Valve's studio, so PC Gamer and Linus Tech Tips, IGN, all they've heard so far is Valve is targeting not to be competitive with console prices, but to be competitive for entry-level PCs. Now, this could mean a wide variety of things. This could mean it's $800 US. This could mean it's $600 US. There is no real entry-level PC cost. It's a wide range of prices. Going off of what they've been saying, if they're not trying to be competitive with consoles, but they are trying to be competitive with entry-level PCs, a lot of people are thinking around $700 US, which would put it in line with more of the like PS5 Pro pricing, I'm pretty sure. So still kind of in line with consoles, but more on the higher end. Now, here's the thing with Valve, is they historically have aimed for razor-thin margins or break-evens, basically, like with the Steam Deck. That came out at $399. It really blew the socks off of the handheld market because of just how inexpensive it was when it came out at the time, and it still is to this day. I mean, we're seeing the Xbox ROG Ally coming out at over $1,000. Not a very efficient price point. Here's the thing. This is clearly trying to compete with the console market and trying to onboard a lot of console players, specifically maybe some from the Xbox market. And I really think it's important that they use that philosophy here. It is the make or break thing that can make this console either sell like gangbusters or not sell at all. But they do need to be careful because it is a PC. A corporation could buy thousands of these, and if Valve cuts a loss on every one sold, that's bad. Valve knows that some people are going to buy this and not use it to play a single game on Steam. They're going to use it as a workstation. So in my opinion, that's why I am more on the fence of thinking this is close to $600 to $700 US. Just speculation. I have no idea what the price is going to be. And I still think that at that price point, it's very much worth it. Valve has said on numerous occasions already through interviews that affordability is one of the most important factors. So if so, they would know that anything higher than $700, $800, $900 are not going to pull in console players. PC players, we understand that that's a great deal nowadays, especially. But console players, especially when there's better priced offers on the market, it's going to be the best price choice that's got the most games on offer. And that's the thing. PC gaming has the most games on offer, but if the entry price isn't competitive, there's going to be no way for the mass market to find that out. And whether it's because they need to be careful as not to make other hardware manufacturers mad, like Sony and Xbox, who publish games on Steam Store, I'm not sure. If they price this too low and market this correctly, this is gonna murder the gaming market in a good way. I mean, this is a lot of pressure on Microsoft and Sony in particular. Nintendo's in their own ballpark. They don't have to worry about this. No subscription requirement. Huge library on Steam. Open storefront. You can use any OS you want. I don't think I need to go over this, but for anyone who's not very familiar with PC gaming, this if this console is priced at the same price as your Xbox or PS5, you should immediately be thinking about getting this over those consoles just because of what it means for gaming freedom and affordability in the long run. And really, this is just a further push for SteamOS and Linux as a whole, which is fantastic. It's getting a lot of people off of Windows, and Windows has been making some weird decisions lately. The big unknowns here is, will developers hop onto this as well? Will they optimize for the living room? Will Valve market this better than the first one? Maybe word of mouth will go a little bit further this time. And how will this evolve with the ecosystem as a whole? I mean, there's so many questions and not enough answers yet, and this is all just speculation and thought, but this is a huge deal in the industry. It's like a new competitor that, it's like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and Valve, and PC gaming just finally slides in there nice and comfy. Can we do that? Who knows? But it's such a big move for freedom and affordability and accessibility, and that's what I've always championed on this channel, so it's huge. So final thoughts. The Steam machine is Valve doubling down on PC freedom in a console world and showing what other options exist and respecting people, because in today's world, there's not a lot of respect from companies and corporations, and this is Valve showing that it still exists. So thank you, Valve, for being who you are. If priced right, this could be the right device at the right time. Console gaming is obviously still going to exist with PS5. Not sure about Xbox, but it will exist for Nintendo. But if Valve does this right, this is huge. Are you excited for the Steam machine? Are you planning on getting a Steam machine? Let me know what you think the price is going to be. So many questions, not enough answers. Ask them all down below. I'll reply when I can. Thank you all for coming back to another Yap Sesh with Nick here, and I will see you all in the next one. All right, I'm getting off now. Bye-bye.